Good morning. Welcome to Finance Investment by Ms. Trinh Nguyen, CFA Charter Holder and Master of Science in Economics of Banking and Finance. The topic of today's discussion is select industries and stocks to invest. The main contents of our discussion are industry analysis, second, industry classification, then 5 forces analysis by Michael Porter, external influences, then competition strategy. The final content is proposed industries and stock in Vietnam. Industry analysis is the method to analyze an industry of trading, services, or production as basis for further company or stock analysis and selection. Stock selection is stock pick. Industry analysis has strong foundation both in theory and practice. There are two popular approaches in industry analysis. First, top-down analysis, which goes from analysis of macroeconomy, then industry and company or stock. Other approach is bottom-up analysis, starting from analysis of company or stock, then industry and macroeconomy. Actually, top-down analysis may not reflect real picture of economy, especially when the economy has many changes. However, bottom-up analysis can be too optimistic or too pessimistic, which depend on views of company management. About application of industry analysis. Know and understand business industry and business operation of a company is quite important step to select and value stocks. The factors are growth opportunities. For example, Vietnam has young population, so they have strong demand for consumer products. That means consumer industries with companies in this industry enjoy high growth. Other factors are competition landscape, debt and equity structure. Active investment defines allocation of investment capital in sectors which are benefiting from current economic cycles. That is called sector allocation. For example, overweight or increase the proportion of high-growing industries and decreases the weight of industries facing difficulties or underweight. In Vietnam, we have lower interest rate in recent time, so overweight banking and real estate companies because these companies benefit from lower interest rates. About performance attribution, industry analysis contribute to the investment profit return of a portfolio. Sector allocation accounts for 30% of return or profit of an investment portfolio. Industry classification. What is industry? Industry is a group of companies supplying similar products and services. So we need to define main business sector or principal business activity accounting for the majority part in sales structure, in profit structure of a company. For example, FPT, ticker FPT on Ho Chi Minh Stock Exchange, they have businesses in information technology, telecom, education, but FPT is classified into technology industry because IT, information technology, accounts for 59% of their total sales. GICS, Global Industry Classification Standard, is popular industry classification in current time. GICS is a foundation for comparison of stocks analysis and investment in different countries. According to GICS, there are 10 main industries. First, consumer discretionary is industry which are highly impacted by the economic cycles. For example, car, garment, hotel, restaurant. In Vietnam, the ticker VEA is car company with main earnings from car and motorbike companies. They are called profit from associates are Toyota, Ford, and Honda. Another industry is consumer staples. That the industry is not much influenced by economic cycles. They are food and beverages, household care. Like Vinamilk, ticker VNM on Ho Chi Minh Stock Exchange, they are leading F&B food and beverage company with factories of highest standards in Asia. Energy is industries exploiting, producing, refining natural resources to generate energy. Financial services They are industries in different ways like banking, insurance, fund management, and securities. Healthcare is industries producing medicine, health machinery and equipment, healthcare services. The industries including companies in machinery, equipment, transportation services. Materials, this industry includes many companies in different industries: chemical production, paper, plastics, packaging, mining, metals, minerals. Biotechnology industry, which recently very hot in the world with the application of artificial intelligence. They include computer, software, telecommunication, equipment, and technology services. The two final industries are telecommunication, which provides communication services, can be fixed or wireless, and utilities are electricity, water, gas supplying. In addition, in the stock market, there are conglomerates. That means the companies with businesses in different industries. For example, on Ho Chi Minh Stock Exchange, ticker MSN for Masan, they have businesses in food and beverage, retail, farm, mining. In the final content of this discussion, we will have list of stocks in different industries. That is the very interesting content. About key industry groups. Based on business cycle sensitivity, there are two key industry groups: cyclical industries or non-cyclical or defensive industries. Cyclical industries like car, real estate, technology, materials, industrial. Cyclical industries, they face difficulties when the economy growth is slow because consumers reduce spending budget to buy cars, for example. Non-cyclical industries are defensive. They include food and beverages, healthcare, utilities. So even when there are economic difficulties, consumers still buy milk or medicine. We now discuss industry life cycle. There are different development stages in the life cycle, which impact competition landscape and play an important role in strategic analysis of an industry. There are 5 stages. First, embryonic, then grow, shake out, mature, declining. Embryonic is the stage with companies experiencing low growth, high prices, high risk. Grow, there are demand increases, prices decrease, and less competition. Shake out, when growth slows down, lower profit margin, and competition is high. Mature, this is the period with almost no growth, and there is trend of consolidation of companies in the industry. Entry barrier also is high. The final stage is declining, with sales decrease, overcapacity, and tough competition. External impacts can lengthen or shorten a stage, or even skip a stage. We know that Nokia, they experience stage growth and then decline without the mature stage. Different industries have different economic fundamentals. Strategic analysis is the analysis of competition environment. So the content we discuss now is 5 or 6 analysis by Michael Porter. This analysis can be applied by management of company, startup, or financial experts. 5 or 6 are threat of substitute products, bargaining power of customers, bargaining power of suppliers, threat of new entrants, and intensity of rivalry. About threat of substitute products, when the economy is in difficulty, consumers tend to switch to buy lower pricing products. So there is pressure with high-end or luxury goods to maintain or increase selling price. For example, in Vietnam now, the economic landscape is not good. So consumer may not buy luxury bags like Fola brand name, but they can buy domestic brand name like Juno with lower pricing. Technology or legal regulations can make some products totally replace or take market share. You know, like Kodak film business, now we take photos by iPhone, iPad, not by traditional camera like before. So Kodak film business has almost been out of date. About bargaining power of customers, there are industries where customers can impose selling price with suppliers. For example, companies selling car components can just sell products to car producers. That means they have a challenge to increase selling price with these customers. The other case is pharmaceutical companies. They have strength in research and development of products. Therefore, they can impose selling price with customers. We note, however, there are legal regulations to protect rights of customers. Bargaining power of suppliers. Suppliers with strong brand name and services can have a capacity to maintain or increase selling price and increase market share. Like Apple, Samsung, they have quite products of strong brand name and quality, so they are like leaders in the industry. Suppliers of products that customers can easily switch to buy other products, normally have lower growth and difficulties to improve profit margin. For example, if the meat price is higher, consumer may switch from meat to beef or fish. A new entrance, there is analysis of entry barrier. So industries which are difficult for new companies to join have high advantages. There are two types of market. The market can be concentrated or fragmented. In Vietnam, the dairy, the milk industry is concentrated, with companies like Vinamilk and Dutch Lady taking the majority market share. Another factor to consider is the size of market, supply or demand in the market, production capacity of companies in the market. So in the industry with over demand, it is not easy for newcomers. Intensity of rivalry. The competition environment is volatile or stable depending on different industries. Companies compete in pricing or brand name or technology. Also, we note the main differences among companies are cost structure, with mainly fixed costs or product is commodity-like. For example, sugar companies, they produce sugar that commodity-like. And other industry like steel industry, they have high fixed costs, so competition in the industry is less. The discussion now is external influences. They are macroeconomy, technology, population, government, society. About macroeconomy, GDP is value of goods and services made by the economy. Interest, the cost of borrowing by company and consumers. The capacity to borrow, company and consumer have spending sources. Inflation, the increase of selling price, which can impact cost, interest, and confidence of consumers and enterprises. We think that currently the inflation is high, so a new view that the government should lower interest rate. That means reducing costs for companies so they can decrease selling price. So higher sales grow, that is good for the economy. The economy can grow at low interest rates. Technology factor, computer hardware industry, microchip has created the new market for personal computer. We know that NVIDIA on NASDAQ, they are chip producers for artificial intelligence companies. Share price has increased nearly year-to-date 200%. Digitalization in technology, it has changed telecommunication and household entertainment industry. Now we see films more at home via YouTube, Netflix, not go to the cinemas to watch or decreasing watching TV. Technology has made our industries grow slower and create new sectors. In the phone market, Apple and Samsung have taken market share of Nokia with smartphones sector. Population includes some key contents. First, the scope of population, characteristic of age and gender have impacted macroeconomy, production, and services activities. Countries with young population like Vietnam, we have chance to attract investment capital both from domestic and foreign investors because the demand is growing. However, in Japan, the aging of the population has decreased labor forces, but generated growth for the healthcare industry. Government makes regulations about taxes, business law, and spend the budget to boost in economic growth. People like government with pro-growth policies, which contributes to strong growth of the economy and open business environment with fair competition for companies, for people. In Vietnam recently, the value-added tax has decreased from 10% to 8%, promoting the business activities and demand consumption by consumers. It is quite positive. Society. There is pressure from society forcing companies to conduct production and business with standards about environment, about labor health. Normally, companies with business strategy like green production have support from the government and consumers. We know that companies with good ESG, environmental, social, and governance also have good business profits because they apply sustainable growth and development strategy. There are two competition strategies. Low-cost competition strategy that increase the market share with lower selling price but still maintain profits. Example is Walmart is quite reputable in the world with this strategy. Other strategy is differentiation, not selling high pricing products with strength of quality brand name. Apple is the case. About select industries, you can use that for business model to screen stocks, screen companies, and newcomers can also select and choose the industry to expand the business, to enter the business. In current context in Vietnam, with low interest rates, we can choose industry like banks because they benefit from lower funding costs. Deposits have low interest rates. Securities companies can also have higher profits because trading value is increasing. Investors have switched from banking deposits to invest in stock market. A more long-term industry selection is industrial zone developers. They still have advantages from FDI flows and shifting of production from China by foreign companies to Vietnam. We go to the final content of our discussion today, stock proposal. We maintain here the list of GICS standards. They are mainly blue chip, which are leading companies in the industry with reputation as strong financial. You can see in consumer staples, brand name stocks like Vinamilk, VNM, KDC, VSC, banking TCB, VCB, real estate VHM, KDH, materials DIC, HPG, technology FPT, and a conglomerate like MSN, VIC, REE. We note that some features of different industries. For example, consumer staples, consumer discretionary, they often have high inventories. For energy and utilities industry and companies, they have large fixed assets. Utilities, they normally have long-term borrowing because they need money to expand capacity. Financial services like banking, securities, they have high leverage. IT, technology companies, they have very low borrowing because the business model mainly human resources. And telecommunication utilities, they have short receivable days. Now I end my discussion. Look forward to your subscription and view. Thank you.